Welcome back to Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth. Last time we took a brief detour to fight Elizabeth on the 3rd floor of the Group Date Cafe. Now it's finally time to take on the 4th floor, which we didn't really get to explore much of last time. So, as for party, I actually want to bring Koromaru back, because there are a few things here that are weak to dark, and I don't want to be spamming Mamoru for everything. I'd rather just use Koromaru for that, because we've already had several parts of Mamoru spam. I don't think I've actually used Chie and Yukiko in the same party for a while, at least, so I'm going to put you two back in. Or did I? Oh, no, wait, no, I used Yukari and Ike in that earlier party. And in terms of other people, I'm kind of surprised Naoto's only level 19, but I guess she'll get screen time a bit later. Haven't actually used Zen and Rei for a bit either. And there's also Junpei. There are quite a few people I could use here, but yeah, I'm going to go with, I think, yeah, have not actually used Zen and Rei for a little bit. Kind of weird having those two in the front. They do have a decent amount of HP. Actually, I might put you in the back row. Okay, so here's my sub-persona setup for now. I could fuse Ares now, but it'll require getting rid of Matador. I might want to wait until I have some more money. I kind of have a setup that could potentially fuse Ares with Impure Reach and Toxic Slice, which would be good. But it would require giving up some other personas that I don't want to yet. I can also get Queen Mab now. I think I'm going to stick with Titania for the time being, because Runic Shield is kind of hard to pass down, and it's a pretty solid ability. It's probably a better ability in the front row than the back row, I just realized. But I do want you on Yukiko, because that saves me having to use the Frozen Stone, because I can get Absorb Ice on you. As for equipment, I've swapped you back over to Lightning Gloves. You got the Vigor Fob, but you've got the Promise Bracer, because, yeah, don't really see much of a reason to have the Promise Bracer on him specifically. You have the Frozen Stone, because why not? And they've got the Merit Badge and Twin Plates, which I found in the chest, which means I can actually go ahead and sell their previous armor. I should probably do a little bit of management at the storage here, because I did sell some things off camera. Yeah, you can go ahead and sell that. But I don't really want to sell a lot of these accessories, and I don't really need all of them going forward. So, let's go ahead and store that. Store that if I'm not using it. Store that. And yeah, if I'm not using these weapons, I might as well store those as well, so they're not taking up space. Should have probably done that a while ago. Because I've noticed that my inventory is filling up a lot faster than it used to. But anyway, let's save and go on to the labyrinth. Now we'll finally actually do stuff on floor 4. And, as I didn't get a chance to do this last time, because it wasn't really so relevant, map spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Map gone. Okay, I forgot to leave room in my commentary for that in some earlier parts. I should probably get better about doing that. But anyway, let's head to the top of this key-shaped area. Key-shaped areas will become a little bit more important in a later dungeon, not so much now, though.
Is that a power spot?
Well, that's definitely an encounter.
There are 3 shadows.
I won't let you harm Rei.
Yay, Zen! Go get him!
So the whimsical Papillon, I think that's how it's pronounced, is completely new. Well, not exactly completely new, because we did see it in an event in the last dungeon, but we have it here. It is weak to wind and light, I believe. So, let's see. Yeah, I've actually got Setantor and Gary Stu because he's fast. Okay, you only attack 1 row as opposed to everything. I guess that makes sense. Don't I have a wind attack, though, on someone? A Frost Link and Bolt Link. Actually, everything here is weak to wind. I'm going to go for Swift Strike anyway, and I know that we've already shown these enemies before, but we haven't really shown these enemies much when, you know, they're not dying instantly to Mamoru, so I guess I may as well show this fight. Yukiko doesn't really have a lot to do here. Oh, you do have Magaru. And you will go for Cyclone. Also, you'll notice that Zen Cyclone will do more damage, because I recently got the Squire card passive ability for him. I've said earlier that I really like the way that Zen's elemental skills work in this game. It's a bit more useful than learning higher tier elemental skills, because as you can see here, you still cost the same amount of SP. as it did before, but he now has a passive skill that buffs its damage. Wow, I have never seen Shinjuha double miss before.
I'm gonna do this. What?
I think we've seen this one before.
All right.
And yeah, characters do have unique voice dialogue if their
That
follow-up
enemy's
actually
weak
kills
to
something.
wind. We need to watch our backs.
I suppose I can Medea. Oh, right, I forgot to use my skill cards again. Why do I keep doing that? I really should stop. That's incredibly dumb, but these guys are weak to Mudo. I can probably go ahead and just do Mudo now. Is anyone... Do I want to teach anyone here... Mucka Jam? Is that... that's the real question. Yeah, that seemed to be healing a lot less in the Elizabeth fight for some reason. I'm not really sure why.
Attitude, no attitude, right?
She has a lot of pretty funny, faux kung fu movie quotes. Oh, hi, Jack Frost. We have your king with us now.
Let's keep it up.
Butterfly piece sounds kind of disturbing.
Chie-chan, you look like you're in pain. Please.
Oh yeah, I remember I talked about the Rip Veil before. We're gonna need those for an Aegis piece of armor. That's definitely gonna give the MC and Aegis shippers some ideas. But yeah, just talking about the butterfly piece actually reminded me of something from a kid's show I used to watch as a child that was actually pretty disturbing. In one episode, the main character got turned into a butterfly, and he ended up being captured by like a collector who tried to pin him,
Keep the orders
which
coming.
was, again, pretty horrifying for a children's show.
Yay! You did it! All right, leader. We can always count on you.
Swift Strike is being a lot better than I gave it credit for. Oh, I guess the other reason why our inventory is filling up quickly,
Chie-chan,
yes,
you
I'll
look like
heal
you're in
her,
pain.
is
Please be
because
careful.
I've got that hunting prayer skill on my navigator persona. Okay, yeah, I also just realized Medea's skill card, I like teaching that to... Oh, by the way, actually, you can teach skill cards to anyone, even within a dungeon, that's cool. But I actually like teaching this to Yukiko because she doesn't learn multi-target healing otherwise. Okay, now let's see. Mucka Jam. Assault Shot I probably want on one of my physical attackers. Maybe Shinjiro or Junpei, because they don't really learn a ton of... I guess because he doesn't have that much to differentiate himself from Kanji at this point, I might as well teach him Assault Shot. And Mucka Jam I usually like giving to either Yukari or Yukiko. Let's see, I guess I already gave Yukiko a skill card, I can give Yukari one too. You've got 4 slots for skill cards, but you can change those later on, and we'll have a lot more freedom to do what we want with those slots a bit later on. Okay, FOE is not quite there, we can see it through the wall though. This part of the song is a little creepy, but I don't know, I've never really agreed with people who said that this song in particular is nightmare fuel. And yes, this floor is quite big too. But we haven't quite seen the main gimmick of this floor just yet, other than the encounter rate being oddly high. Oh no!
3 shadows. I'm ready for battle.
Yep, remember this thing from the first floor? It's back, and it's just as annoyingly petrifying as before. Yeah, I don't even have any light uses either. Well, at least I have Bolt Link. Yeah, this could be a problem. I really, really hate these things. Actually, I think everything here is weak to electric, because I think that thing is too. I'm actually going to go ahead and just try to use Mamudo just in hope to get a few of them. Do I Thunderclap you or the back one? I'll Thunderclap the front ones, because if they're knocked down, that's a very good thing. Oh look, battles being actually meaningful experiences to comment on again. Yeah, that is why I'm kind of sorry that I abused Mamudo in the last couple of floors. I wanted to kind of show just how overpowered it was in this game at least once, but I'll try and avoid that from here on. More since, you know, I actually want to have interesting things to talk about during battles.
That enemy's weakness is electricity. Zen! We're on a roll!
Yes. Let's try to keep it going.
Okay, let's take his advice, and, Tentarafu, I guess, and you can just go for a Thunderclap.
It's all mine.
Persona! Attitude, no attitude, right? Another one bites the dust. Chie-chan, you look like you're in pain.
You've said that 3 times!
Please be careful.
Well, I suppose Chie can go heal her friend.
There's an FOE close by. Watch out.
So the gimmick of this floor is all of them. Every gimmick from the previous floors is going to return here. Every FOE, every floor tile gimmick, yeah. So, I'm gonna go ahead and mark you just for the purposes of the map, and as always, I like to mark the range on these enemies. And of course, stepping within their range is always a pain. I think I'm stuck.
Leader, please pull yourself together.
Well, now I'm random directions, as opposed to being forced to move in. It's really, really easy to get stuck in a cycle in a situation like this. Okay, but I think I just got lucky with my randomized directions there. Yep, conveyor belts are back too. All of your favorite gimmicks from before are all back. Conveyor belts look a little darker here. Oh, hi there.
Oh no, you can't.
Hi
seem to
there.
move
Well, I was
straight.
going to be forced to move towards you anyway due to the conveyor belt. And here's the problem. If I step on that, I'm going to get shot by the attractor FOE again. Because, yeah, the thing to remember from earlier floors is that steps moved over via conveyor belts do not count for FOE movement. Okay, that is a wall blocking the way. It is kind of interesting how these FOEs
Heading for
interact
that
with each other,
FOE is
though.
dangerous. Leader, can you hear me?
No, don't worry, we've snapped out of it by now.
Look, it's a treasure box.
What we have here, Megado skill card. Negado in this game, it is pretty devastating and it has a chance of knocking down, I've probably already mentioned this before, it has a chance of knocking down enemies, which is kind of cool. I forgot about you. Let's go ahead and mark in you guys' range a little more.
You've temporarily lost your sense of direction. Please be cautious.
And there we go, sense of direction is back, except I forgot that my sense of direction was back to normal again and pressed backwards. Reverse controls, everyone. Okay, sense of direction is normal again.
Heading for that FOE is dangerous. Leader?
And you can reach all the
hear
way
me?
over here. I was actually going to traverse these spaces anyway, though. Yeah, when you're going for floor completion, these FOEs get incredibly annoying. Good thing I didn't end up directly in your range, but I would have if I walked one space up. Okay, I think we should be fine now. Yeah, that room gets confusing, but it's all done now. And I think our reward for getting through that room is the cutscene that I kept thinking was on an earlier floor, but is actually now.
You know, despite the name, this isn't really like a group date at all.
Yes, this is what I was thinking of. So, this is a significantly changed scene, depending on what route you're on. So I will have to go back and record the P4 version of this scene too.
Huh? It's not? You searched for your destined partner, right?
A real one is more painful.
You mean the group date cafe you guys did?
I'm sure you was enjoying every moment of that, actually.
Don't bring it up. I don't want to remember.
What's a real one like?
A real group date involves, like, strategies between men and women, and testing of the basics of love.
Strategic cooking between men and women and tasting basil with loaves?
No, that's called MasterChef.
I see.
Yep, you sure didn't get it. Basically, it's a thing where boys and girls get to know each other.
I want to do that too.
I see. Then let's begin. Those participating must line up.
Crossbow point group date, let's go.
Huh? You're forcing us into this? Oh, man.
Oh no, now Junpei finally gets his wish. Let's do this! Rather, Gary Stu gets his
Oh,
wish.
you're fired up. Well, everyone, you heard our leader. I guess we have to do this. Oh, but I've got Chidorita. A guy who's already spoken for really shouldn't participate, huh?
Funny! You kind of forgot that in that earlier side quest. Ah! See, if it weren't for this line, I wouldn't have as much of a problem with that early side quest, but it seems like, again, characters, whether they're flanderized or not, sometimes it just flip-flops between them. They just can't make up their mind. I will say overall, I don't utterly hate the writing of this game. I actually think it's pretty good most of the time. There are just a few moments like that, just this line completely contradicting that earlier side quest. Yeah.
Then again, I guess I can make an exception for Ray-chan's sake.
And then there's lines like this
Right,
that reverse it again.
Akihiko-san? Shinjiro-san?
Me? I'll pass.
Don't you remember Yakashima? You know, the whole Operation Babe Hunt, which you lost?
Hey, I heard that triathletes who train at the beach perform better than those who practice indoors.
That type of information is irrelevant to me.
Well, you lost too.
So, do you come here often?
I am looking for a human. You are not the one.
Accepting defeat in such manly combat isn't like you, Akihiko-san.
What? Fine. It's time for a grudge match. Let's do this, Shinji.
And this time, here comes a new challenger, because Shinjiro was not present for the Operation Babe Hunts.
What? Don't drag me into it.
Well then, our prospective dates will be the Yasagami High girls.
Ah! Group date, ho!
And so, everyone was forced into doing this. Let's get to hear this music again. Though, why is there a heart in Danganronpa blood on the table there?
My, we've got such cute girls today that I can't wait to get started. You know, I thought ever since we met that Chie-chan is so boyish and cute.
Huh? Where did that come from?
Then there's Yuki, who has like all the qualities of an ideal Japanese lady.
I kind of wonder if this was actually literally Yamato Nadeshiko in the Japanese version. It probably was. Although that trope has some interesting aspects that a lot of people forget, because the ideal Yamato Nadeshiko was expected to be ready with a naginata whenever someone attacked her household.
Yuki? Oh, you mean me?
We also have Now Cakes, whose difference between appearance and inner self gets me right there.
Huh?
Finally, Ray-chan's cuteness overload makes me want to hold her tight. Just oodles of joy.
And now Zen is gonna kill you.
Speaking of oodles, I like egg on mine. I even had some tempura on top.
Oh, so close, Ray-chan. But I think you mean noodles.
Are you done blabbering yet?
Come on, Akihiko-san. Did you forget already? I told you keeping the conversation ball rolling is crucial.
Don't be stupid, I remember. You want to see me keep the conversation ball rolling?
No, I don't, considering your charisma is like 2 in my headcanon.
The fascinating thing about protein is that it's mainly made from whey, soybeans, and egg. So...
Oh right, of course this would happen, because this is Persona Q Akihiko.
Protein?
Playing with the wrong ball, man.
I see.
Oh, I know. Why don't we play a game? I read in the how-to guide that it's a good thing to do on group dates.
Okay, good thing Risa is not here, because then she'd get you to play a certain game, and I really don't know how that would end up going.
How-to guide? Mm-hmm. Since we were going to hold our own group date cafe, I read up on it with a how-to guidebook.
A game, huh? That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Will it be a league tournament?
Well, They said a game called Categories is a surefire way to liven things up.
This is actually the major difference between the two routes. There's a different game on the other one.
You say something from a category to a beat. Say the same thing or the wrong thing and you're penalized.
Penalized, huh? Oh, how about we make it so the loser has to read this in front of everyone? It's a piece of stationery I found in front of the Velvet Room. I don't know who it belongs to, though.
So, Junpei makes his only good contribution to this scene with this. This is one of my favorite scenes in the game, actually.
A piece of stationery in front of the Velvet Room? There's something written on it. Poem? I am a rose. A single rose that blossoms in the moor. Ugh.
And so, the stakes have never been higher. The loser has to read one of Marie's poems out loud in front of everyone.
I really have to win this.
So we have to recite a poem if we lose? Ouch!
Fine with me. The steeper the penalty, the more interesting it is. Now, hurry up and pick a category.
We're supposed to think of a topic with a lot of answers?
Stuff you put in curry. How about that?
Okay, I can't take credit for this because I've actually seen this in the comments section on another YouTube video, but a lot of people say if Joker was here, he'd have this in the bag.
I love curry. It's the tastiest drink.
I don't think it's a drink and that would probably destroy you with spiciness.
I don't think it's a drink. In any case, I guess that's fine. I've got this one in the bag at least.
All right, it's decided. There's no way we can lose in this category.
Yeah, this one's a little weighted considering Shinjiro's a great cook and pretty much everyone else here is not.
It'll be a breeze. We made some for the school campout after all.
Oh no, this is the exact reason why this will not be a breeze for you.
For real? I guess girls would have the advantage in a category like that.
Oh no, you're so horribly
Think you
wrong.
can hang, Akihiko-san?
You are so wrong.
Ingredients that go into curry? Everyone knows that.
Crap, maybe I'm the one in trouble. Well then, let's start it off. Let's begin the categories game. Here goes. Carrots.
Boiled egg whites.
Hold it, hold it! What do you mean, boiled egg whites?
Did you think all I'd be able to say is protein?
And thus, we get a brief glimpse of the original Akihiko struggling to maintain control.
Yes, but that's not the problem.
What's wrong with my answer? I always put 10 of them on mine.
Wouldn't that be considered more of a topping?
Huh? Isn't that the same thing? What do you say?
Let's not argue semantics here. I guess it's a valid answer.
Told you so. All right. I'll treat you to some curry next time. I'll add 10 egg whites for you, too.
But now he immediately regrets that decision.
That's safe. Okay, let's keep going. You're next, Shinjiro-san. A 1 and
Onions.
So, this question will decide the fates of the other contestants. Whichever one you pick here is something that one of the others was thinking of, and that means they will end up losing the game. There are 3 different choices, and that means 3 different possibilities for who gets to read the poem, and they're all fully voiced. By the way, this poem is apparently entirely exclusive to the P3 storyline. It's never read out in the other one. So, this is actually a choice between Chie, Yukiko, and Naoto as to who gets to read the poem. And I personally think that hearing the poem in Chie's voice is the funniest, so I'm going to go for this option. I'm really sorry, but I don't think I'll be showing the other 2. Otherwise, I'd need to re-record this a ton of times. But anyway, I'm going to go with this.
Ah! That was gonna be my answer! Crap! I'm drawing a blank!
I'm so sorry.
Potatoes! The ones that don't crumble are the red ones.
Yeah, Ray definitely has the advantage here.
Okay, meat gum is out, and what else is there? Spicy, wasabi? Wait, what did we use?
if you don't hurry up and say something, you lose. 3, 2, 1. Too bad, out of time. Chie-chan gets the penalty.
I was gonna say beef or pork, but someone else saying meat
I guess saying meat is kind of cheating because it rules out so much.
Chie, there was so much more than meat, like salmon roe and sea grape.
Who would put that in curry?
Naoto, you are so lucky that you were not in the party the time that happened.
Fine, I'll read it right. It would be even more embarrassing to half-ass it after all. Well, here goes.
Darkness and a rose. I am a rose, a single rose that blossoms in the moor. A mournful rose whose white petals are matted with blood, blossoming deep crimson. If you wish to pick me, do so. I'll pierce you with my million thorns. I'll drink the blood you've shed and flower wildly in the darkness until my last petal burns to ash. I'll bloom all by myself. Roses, white roses, blood black roses. Thank you.
Oh, I seriously want to crawl away and die.
Man, that was a great poem. I felt like it cleansed my heart.
Yeah, cleansed your heart with blood, and that poem went pretty creepy pretty quickly. It actually reminds me of a persona that I like using later in this game, but I won't say it now. One, not to spoil that persona for later, and two, because I can't pronounce its name for crap.
Well then, I guess it's about time that we wrap up this group date.
This was so much fun! Haha, that's good to hear.
I feel bad for Cheer, but she is my favorite of all of the three voices that can read this.
I've avenged myself. That makes up for my loss at Yakushima.
I don't think it does. If I remember correctly, you need to make up a lot of negative points, and I don't think you scored very much, so, you are still on the negatives by my count.
I got saved by the topic.
Yeah, he was lucky there. Ray too. Well, don't they all? So, I guess one thing that I will also mention is that if you have Yukiko read the poem, she ends up going into a laughing fit over the fact that it ends with thank you. Yet again, one of the, many examples of Yukiko's sense of humor being incredibly bizarre.
Let's go.
So yeah, if you're playing this game, check out the other possible ways that that scene can go. Okay, this could be dangerous. We have a Beast of Lust and I believe that's the Angel of Love. The gold one is the Messenger of Love, I think, even though those two mean literally the same thing.
We're close to an FOE!
And yeah, it's easy to get, like, kind of muscle memoried here, because you're like, oh, I see the FOE symbol, I have to, like, I see the FOE symbol, I have to not walk into direct line with it, but actually, no. But actually, no, walking into direct line with it is fine. Okay, I think I only need to lure you one space out of the way. And I can probably go ahead and erase that there, because that was, it's not like that FOE can shoot through walls after all. Careful, but I think that's okay. I was about to say, yeah, we can easily slip past you, however...
There are 3 shadows. Oh, it's that evil-looking angel!
There are 3 shadows.
Look! A level up!
I don't exactly want that. It's always awkward when a navigator persona learns a non-navigator skill. Now we can get through. However, there's a pretty interesting FOE puzzle on this area. Gotta remember, that's FOE right there. its line of fire is right towards us. And here's the problem, we need to keep going down, but if we try that...
Huh? Is the FOE sucking you in?
It is, in fact, impossible to make it through there without getting shot by that FOE. As the characters are going to mention to us now. Well, as much as I'd like that, sadly we can't do that in gameplay.
I see.
And here they're pretty much just spelling out the solution to the puzzle for you. Yes, we are slowly learning the art of the Teddy-owned counts.
Heading for that FOE is dangerous. Leader, can you hear me?
We can open up a shortcut
We
here.
found a treasure box. Is it filet mignon?
That's the first time she's said that. A lot of people act like she says that for every single treasure chest you find. So, what we're gonna do here is, while that FOE isn't directly aiming at us, we can lure this one over here. And now we can get through because its line of fire is blocked by this one. So I like how they introduce all of the FOEs in isolation and then just give you a puzzle that involves multiple types of them at once and how they interact with each other. Still gonna mark this path as red. It's actually pretty cool in my opinion. And that earlier shortcut was kind of pointless because we immediately found a different one. Uh-oh. I had a feeling that'd happen sooner or later. That's why I still have Patra gems. But you have a status cure, don't you? There we go. Remove ailments 1 row. First time I'm ever using that skill too. Just a completely random tangent that I haven't actually mentioned yet, but that one part of the song, for some reason... When I first played the game, I used to hear that one lyric of light the path whenever it's dark as light that fox, as in a fox that's on fire, and it made me think of Delphox. Ow. Well, at least that overrides his stone status, so I don't need to spend a Patra gem. I instead need to spend a much more valuable revival bead. So, maybe that's actually a bad thing after all.
Leader is unconscious. Can anyone revive him? Hang in there, leader.
How many revival beads do I have? I only have 2.
There.
Now I'm kind of wishing this was Digital Devil Saga, where you could eventually buy an infinite use revival item called the Revival Gem. But no, there is nothing like that in this game.
Attitude, no attitude. Right?
You should add that to that poem. Oh, I don't know if you. In fact, I could sacrifice you for an item.
Great. Let's keep it up.
Just barely not enough to get level ups on some personas. Well, we've got 30% of the floor down. And we have another selection room of Destiny. There aren't many on this floor, though. I think because the final destination on this floor is also considered a selection room of Destiny.
Hello, in the depths of the depths. The preparations for the finale are complete. Proceed with sweaty palms.
Huh?
She mangled that twice in 2 separate lines.
Here comes the very sweaty question number 8.
That could be interpreted very, very wrong. Please, just don't.
You've upset your beloved. How will you make it up to them?
This is actually pretty funny because this is the perfect question for the P3 protagonist, because if you don't plan a max social link run right, you'll have to do this. And either of these two, in fact, I don't think this one works. I think this is the only option that actually works. I've never actually seen how to recover for reverse social links. I do know that in the vanilla Persona 3 max social link guide by Penguin Knight, you have to reverse Fuka. So you do have to recover for reverse, but I've never actually seen how to do it. Because the locations and days at which the characters show up when they're reversed is different to their normal schedule. So again, like, I don't have any experience with that at all, but I suppose this one.
Are you absolutely sure?
What?
Huh?
Once again, I guess interprets things in very strange ways, but that's one of the great things about her. I think having gone through a unique cutscene and a selection room of Destiny, and having a shortcut, I think now's probably a good time to head back. In fact, I don't think I really even need to heal. Let's see. Yeah, I'm probably fine on not healing, so join me next time when I don't heal and explore more of the Group Date Cafe Stop 4.